Welcome to Global Village Show. This is Ahmed Kasim, your host of the program. Today we are very honored to have the program air from County of Newell building. Especially we are sitting in the chamber of the councilors, and we are very grateful to them. We have two great guests. We have Kelly Chrisman, who is the Bassano councilor of the county, and we have Michelle Gitz, manager of the economic development. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Okay, Michelle, you want to give us a little bit of your background?
My personal background?
Yeah, professional background, personal.
Okay. I have a master's degree in science and focused in agricultural economics. And I've worked with the provincial government as a crop statistician, and I spent 12 years in Tennessee as first with a company called Sparks Companies, which did market analysis, and then with the Southwest Tennessee Community College as an associate professor in economics. And then we decided to return home to Canada because I grew up in the area, and this is the job I got when I came back as manager of economic development.
Wow. We'd love to have you back.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
There you go. You're doing great things for the county. Okay, Kelly, give us a little bit background of yourself.
Well, I was born in London, Ontario. My family moved out here from the east when I was 5 years old. Moved to Bassano about that time, and I have been there ever since.
Wow.
I did some Medicine Hat College courses in my early days after graduating high school, and then I was able to get a job at the town office in Bassano, and I worked there for 33 years.
Wow.
Before I thought I would try this job.
There you go.
And so I traded my paid job for a different job.
There you go. You must have the same years like Tom McNulty, 33 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, 33 years service, yeah. Wow, so then you became councillor from Bassano.
Yes, I ran in the last election, so I've been Division 6 councillor for 2 years now, Ahmed.
Well, and we are very glad to have you as our Bassano councillor.
Thank you.
Bassano, what's the volume of the people live there in Bassano?
Well, in the town proper, I believe the population's around 1,200, 1,250 in that neighborhood. They are a town, and my area that I represent is Division 6, which goes from Highway 56 on the west side up till halfway between Rosemary and Bassano on the east side, south to Latham, and north to Highway 561.
Wow.
So it's a fairly large area, but it's not highly populated. The population in total in Division 6 is around 600 people, just over 600 people.
Wow.
It's a large farming community, agriculture and oil and gas based.
Yeah. No, it's a great area, and then you have the dam.
Bassano Dam is a huge attraction, maybe our only attraction in the area, but it's the beginning point of irrigation for the Eastern Irrigation District.
Wow.
And it diverts water to this area, including Lake Newell and further east as well.
Wow. I think that's a very good tourist attraction, that area. Michelle, I think last time you were on the program, we talked about the economic development and all that stuff. So give us a little bit of that economic development, where we at now in terms of the tablets that you have now, that beautiful one is standing outside the county.
Well, we started with a project where we had 4 kiosks, which we've put in different places around the community for people to look at information about the county and other municipalities within the county. Then we've got small components, which are little tabletop iPads, which are in one of the businesses in Brooks, the Steaming Cup. And there they can access the same information about bylaws and development permits and building permits and starting a business. There's information about demographics in the community as well. There's an event calendar so they can see what's going on. And it's all on these little iPads that when you go in for coffee at the Steaming Cup, you can sit down and gather information. And then the latest one, or the big one that you're talking about outside the door here, it's a 42-inch screen, and it's on a roller stand so that we can move it to other places easier than the large kiosks. And it'll be used in a couple of hotels, and it will also go to different events or trade shows to showcase what we have in our region, what we have to offer in terms of services and events and business opportunities.
So how heavy that unit is then?
Well, I can't lift it, but I'm not very big. So
Maybe William can.
yeah, it can be lifted by one person, but it is heavy, and that's why it's on the stand. The stand has wheels, so you can roll it where you need it to go.
Oh, that's very good. And then you have the small ones also.
Yeah, and the small ones are in a restaurant in the city of Brooks, and they'll also be in a restaurant in Bazzano shortly. We had a second order which had some delays, and it's supposed to arrive this week or next week, and so then the Roadside Grill in Bazzano will receive some of those tabletop units as well.
Wow, that's very good.
Yeah.
No, that's a very good initiative. In terms of the regional economic development, for example, which was a question that I asked earlier, Councillor Barry Morshida, how best we can attract investors to the area then?
Well, investors come with people learning about the area, and I think that's number one.
Yeah.
Is you have to allow them to see what you have, and you need them to see everything you have, which is the purpose behind the kiosks and the online platforms. By having information online, in a year, we have reached 4 million hits on that Newell network, which is a phenomenal amount.
Wow.
Based on what people have said.
Yeah.
We have over 114,000 unique viewers, which is bigger than the city of Regina, looking at our information. So they can find information, whether it's about land for sale or business opportunities. And then once they see that online, because that's their first place of search, almost everybody now searches online first, then they contact us. And we're getting more all the time where they see an empty building, or they see a lot, or they have a business idea, and they phone us and they want to come and take a look around and see what's there. And I think as you reach further beyond our borders, you attract new people and different people versus the same people looking at the same information.
Oh, that's very good. Kelly, you want to tell us a little bit about, for example, the administration in Bazzano town? For example, is it like City of Brooks with 6 councillors, or they have their own, or how that works? I know Tom as a mayor.
Right, yeah. They have a council of 7
in Bazzano.
In Bazzano, and they elect their mayor from within that 7. And they're elected the same as the county council and the city of Brooks at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So we're halfway through our 4-year term now.
Yeah.
And so we'll be looking at a new election in 2 years' time.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have their own city council or town council.
They
then?
do.
Oh, same as City of Brooks, 7.
Similar.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And then Tom, who is the mayor,
he's appointed from within.
appointed within. Oh, okay, not like City of Brooks that has to be elected.
Right. According to the MGA, by bylaw, your community can set that direction.
Oh, okay.
And so the town of Bazzano has decided to elect their mayor from within.
From within. Oh, okay, well, same as the council here, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
The Reeve, the Reeve
Absolutely.
Moran Douglas is among all of you, and then you elect out of you one person.
That's right.
And that has been Molly, I think,
Molly,
for almost 10 years now.
That's right. And she does a great job for us.
There you go. She's a wonderful lady. Yeah. Yeah. So, Michelle, in terms of the economic development, as you said, first thing that someone comes to mind is research, to know the area, of course, right? But what else do we offer then? Because the land, we are close to the highway between, many east and the west. On this side, you have Medicine Hat, and then you have Lethbridge, you have Calgary. Would that be a selling point for someone to come?
It could be a selling point. It really depends on the business. So different businesses are looking for different things. Transportation is always near the top of the list, right? Does it have access to where I want to go, whether it's north to Fort McMurray or south to the border or west to Calgary? One of the main things that businesses look for today are, what is your labor force made up of? And what type of workers do you have? And do you have the skills that I need in my business to make it functional? So if it was a manufacturing business, for instance, we do have a lot of welders and tradespeople in our area who could work in that type of area. And if it's retail, then how many customer representatives do you have that are available for whether it's a restaurant or a retail store? But more and more businesses are looking at, is the labor available in the region where I want to go, and what skills are there that I need, and can I get the skills if I don't have them in terms of, say, a college. And we do have Brooks Campus Medicine Hat College, which is a benefit for that. And even just Medicine Hat College, because it's only an hour away. So if they need workers trained or with upgrading of skills, they can get that easily, and that's a big selling point for some people.
Another selling point, if I could chime in, I think lifestyle is what a lot of people are looking at nowadays. With all the electronics, we can do a lot of jobs remotely. And so I think a huge part of economic development has been selling lifestyle. Would you agree?
Yeah, and that's really the focus behind, say, Live Newell and Visit Newell, is we are showing them all our education services, all our doctors, all our social services, all the components we have that says, we have many of the amenities that big cities have, and you can live here in a smaller environment as a business or as an employee and still enjoy, going to Lake Newell and having a cabin, or hunting if you're into those activities, or Tumbleweed Theater if you like culture, Bazzano Arts Council, or the Newell Arts Council. So there's lots of things that people can do, and it's educating them about that they exist. And part of the online platform, again, is to do that and to get the word out about what we have, because we have lots of things that people don't know we have.
We do, and selling the rural lifestyle is a business in itself. I mean, it's a lifestyle to be envied, I believe.
Yeah.
It's the best place to raise a family.
Yeah.
The best place to work. We have no lineups.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate, and I think a huge part of economic development is selling that lifestyle.
No, that's true. As you very well know, that the oil, which is a part of this area, and gas is now having a difficulty. Now, what alternative as a county to promote the area? Would tourism be something to also link to that for economic growth?
Yeah, we look at tourism quite a bit, and our tourism organization, the Newell Regional Tourism Association, has become very active in creating demand, really, to have visitors come. For instance, when they had the flooding in the mountains, we were one of the alternatives, because we were there online, that people said, gee, if I can't go camping by Banff or Canmore, where can I go? And up, our name pops up there, and they go, gee, maybe I'll go try camping at Lake Newell. And we've seen a lot of increase in the number of campers. This year, the campgrounds were full all the time, every weekend. And even the hotel stays were up a little bit in our region. And I think we attribute that to the increase in marketing about the image of the area and what we have to offer for recreation and tourism.
And Michelle was telling me just this afternoon that we have 19 campgrounds within our county.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a large number compared to many municipalities.
19.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's very interesting. That makes this area a place to come to on the weekends.
Wow.
And you talked about transportation. We have great highways in and out of the district. We have Highway 1, Highway 36, east and west,
Yeah.
north and south.
Yeah, highways will be always will be part of people making a decision in terms of investing, or if you want to have a labor force, first thing comes to the mind is highway. So highway, the closer the highway you are, it's beneficial.
Right.
Well, transportation is important not only for the transfer of goods, right, to where they need to go, but also for the commute of workers.
Yeah.
Whether you're living in a more remote location and you can come to Brooks easily and it takes you 20 minutes on a paved road, is a plus versus, you know, poor road conditions, which then people go, well, I'm not going to travel into town to do that. So we have lots of good roads in the county, not only the big roads, but many of the secondary highways and smaller roads are paved and commute is very easy.
One of the other things which is a point of selling in terms of either labor force or either it's a investing or people moving into here is the safety of the community. And that's why we had Tom McNulty to talk about the safety of the community. And he has done a very good job because he was talking about the safety point of view from his perspective as a staff sergeant of the RCMP in our area, the county. And so safe, vibrant community and what we offer. So that's the housing, education also. It's very important to the families coming and moving to here. It's difficult. You want to touch base with the doctors, the new doctor that you have now. I came one night to Bassano, and they were doing gala reception for that doctor from South Africa.
Dr. Gopi, he's new to our community.
And his dad also was there.
Good.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're blessed to have him. He rounds out our complement of 2 doctors at our health center.
Wow.
And we have 10 long-term care patients, 2 acute beds, and 1 palliative bed in our health center.
Wow.
They operate a clinic in the basement and full emergency services out of the health center as well. And Dr. Gopi is fitting in fabulously in our community. He's making his way around very nicely. I don't get to see him as often as I used to.
Yeah, he's young fellow.
He's very busy.
Yeah, that's good. And also, you have a great school.
A great school, kindergarten to grade 12. Very fortunate.
I met with Vincent a couple times.
Good.
Because they have a studio, if you want to believe. They have students who specialize the video stuff. And we asked them a couple times to do some video for us.
Good.
And they do a good job.
Yeah.
They have 2 good programs at the school there because they have the video programming, and then they also have their healthcare programming as well, where high school kids work towards some healthcare courses that count as certificates or credits after they graduate. So it gets them on their way to being a healthcare aide, I think, and in terms of job in the future.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Vincent is a very good principal.
Absolutely, yeah. He's been a great addition to our community. Happy to have him there.
Yeah, he's great. He's down to earth. He knows what the kids love him.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
And staff loves him. I was there a couple of times, and It's a beautiful school too.
Yeah.
I just went to the high school side.
Oh, okay.
No, I
We
don't know
have a
about that.
population at that school of about 270 students.
Wow.
Mhm. Busing comes from as far west as Siksika Nation
Wow.
and Latham, Gem, Bassano. It's
Wow.
yeah. There's just over half the population is bused into our school.
That's
So
a-
we talked about transportation.
Yeah.
Good reason to
yeah.
have good roads. Yeah,
There's
that's right.
another reason. Yes,
Siksika, they don't have a school there?
they have a school.
Natives.
They do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's a certain population who would prefer to have their students brought to Bassano School.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So it's a choice.
Okay.
We also have Bassano students who come to Brooks or to Dutchess School
And
or
what about,
Rosemary.
What about GEM? Do they have a school there, GEM?
They have a school up until grade 8, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And then after grade 8, they go to Rosemary or Bassano. They have a choice.
Okay, I've
Mm-hmm.
never been to GEM, but I think Rosemary has also grade 12 they have?
They go to
Yes,
grade 12.
they go to grade 12 there as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's only then Bassano and Rosemary and Brooks grade 12 then.
And Dutchess.
Oh, and Digest.
Mm-hmm.
Tilly, I think it's just grade 9,
Yeah, till it goes
Yes.
to grade 9.
Yeah.
right? Yeah, because Jim was the principal for,
Mm-hmm.
before he's been transferred to here. They're principal from Tilly. He's now the junior high school, I think,
Mm-hmm.
here. So, no, I think school is very important for people to make, moving decision, especially families.
Yep.
Absolutely.
They have to make that decision based on education and housing. And what about the housing? Is it expensive to live in Bassano?
I would have to say that it's
Average.
comparative. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course, the town of Bassano has bills to pay as well, so I wouldn't say that it's any less expensive than anywhere else in the county.
Okay.
Probably very similar.
Similar, all that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I know Brooks housing is a little bit on the higher side because you're looking about 2 bedrooms, 950.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Rent in Bassano for a 2-bedroom would probably be $700.
well, it's far less than
Yeah.
than Brooks. Brooks is a little bit way up. That's the way I see it, and that's what most of the new Canadians and others, newcomers probably.
Well, you should tell them that the highway runs both ways.
There you go.
And
Bassano.
they could move to
Come to
Bassano. And,
No, they can. They're watching now, so
yeah.
our counselor Kelly tells you can move to Bassano. It's not that far from Brooks, and you can still do your shopping from either here or there. And we have a good number of people coming to JPS, and they live in Bassano.
Oh, good.
And there's a lot of facilities in Bassano too, because they have a pool and recreation center, and there's several stores. There's a grocery store, a pharmacy, all the key things that people need. Like everything's there.
And you are closer to Calgary too.
And you're closer to Calgary
There
too, if
you
you want to
go.
go to Calgary.
We always say what's good for Bassano is good for Brooks, and what's good
Yeah.
for Brooks is good for other areas like the Digest and Tilly and Rolling Hills.
Yeah.
So we are all in one.
Yeah, and that's one thing they say about economic development is if you look at things regionally, you have more things to promote as well. So you can look at, regionally we have a college,
Yeah.
right? Because no matter which community you're in our county area, that campus is available to you, right? Because it's within driving distance. And again, back to the road factor, it's within driving distance. So the more you promote on a regional basis, the more things you can show potential workers and businessmen what you have to share. And it doesn't matter where you are in the region, you can still have access to it. And that's important.
Now that is very, you hit the nail on the head. Thank you very much, Michelle and Kelly. I just have to say that both Michelle and William, who both are the drivers of that office, I think doing great job. And I can speak from cooperation that I had with them. So I think all the support I think that's needed. I think for that I think it's because at the end of the day we are all in one. and selling points through the economic development is major issue that needs all the support from all different community, led by the councillors, of course, and then the community will push from the back. So I think it's because that is the way we can be able to continue the economic growth, to bring labor force, to bring investors to the area, and not only here but also other areas of the county, not only Brooks area but all the county, to be a fair share. That's what they call.
And it's refreshing to see the couple who were here earlier as new immigrants, really, because they've only been here a few years, under 10 years, whatever, starting businesses. And there's lots of opportunity for that, because we know that they, if they have the resources and they're challenged and they work hard and they can make it go, and it gives them something to do and to plan for into the future. And to retain those workers in our community is a big thing.
And that is the major one. I have, yeah.
But
And
spending, go ahead.
sometime you'll have to come to our pool.
Yeah.
That is refreshing.
That is
Ahmed.
That, actually, my wife went there and
Did
they
she?
love it.
Good.
They love it. And I said,
Yes.
well, I have to get time management as well to go
Yes.
there. I also like to go to the dam,
Oh, yeah.
and that's one of my highest priority to go there. This the earliest possible time, which is this spring, early spring probably, because I think we're going to the winter time now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my highest priority to go to the dam. I don't know if you can go to the winter time. I don't know about the dam.
Sure you can.
Oh, you can? Well, there you
The
go.
county keeps those roads open.
Okay. Well, I think they're expecting a warm winter, so
Yes.
I personally take the challenge, and I will definitely come
Good.
to the dam, to see the area, and I will bring a couple of the new Canadians so they will familiarize Bassano area. But thank you very much for both of you coming to Global Village. We're very honored to have both of you, and we leave the tough questions to Kelly for the next time. This is part of our Global Village initiative to invite most of the council from the county side, from the city side, so at least then everybody will probably promote their area rather than promoting only one side. And that's the initiative from Global Village, to be a fair. So most of the people, when you say Brooks, they will tell you Brooks, not the county.
Right.
Well, JBS is in the county.
Yeah.
It's not in Brooks. And they will tell you, wow, yes, in the county. They are outside the territory of the city.
See, and that's the regional benefit, is that though it's in the county and people live in the city, you still get economic development and benefits on both sides.
Thank you very much, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Kelly, for coming to the
All
program.
right, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming to the program, Michelle. This is the end of our Global Village for today, and we are very honored and privileged and thankful to the County of Newell to lend us to use their chamber for today's program. We are airing today from County of Newell building, this beautiful building that you see. Until then, we hope you will have great evening, great day, enjoy life. This is where the East meets with the West. Until then, you will join us next time. Ahmed Kassim, your host of the program.